Once again, it's a pleasure to have you with us. I'm Jesse Rogers. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Damian Evans. Let's get you informed. We begin on the doctor strike, and the ongoing public health crisis in the country could deepen after President William Ruto broke his silence on the matter, saying the government cannot meet one of the demands to avert the ongoing strike. Although doctors maintain the strike will continue in earnest as long as their demands on salary increment is not met, the president has said due to the current economic status, the government cannot afford to meet the demand, asking doctors to accept the government's offer. Grace Nganga reports.
After questions being asked as to why President William Ruto has maintained a steadier silence as the ongoing medic strike gets more intense after clinical officers joined an ongoing doctor strike for close to 3 weeks.
I know we have a situation in Kenya with our doctors and interns. I want to implore on them.
Although the anticipation was for the president to give solutions to avert the strike that has paralyzed services in public health institutions, health paralysis could deepen further in the country after Ruto told off striking doctors over demands on salary increment and interns allocations, saying the country is struggling with a huge wage bill, bringing negotiations between doctors and government to an almost dead end.
We are spending 1.1 trillion shillings every year to pay salaries and wages of the 2.2 trillion we collect. It is way above what we should be spending. We are spending 47%. Our wage bill is 47% of our revenues. It should be 35% according to the law. So we are way above. So we need a conversation so that those of us who earn salary must be responsible.
Speaking at the AIC church in Eldoret, where he attended a church service, President Ruto stressed that the country must manage within its available resources instead of resorting to borrowing to pay wages, maintaining that his government can only afford the 70,000 shilling stipend for each medical intern at the moment.
We must be honest with ourselves. We must tell each other the truth. And the truth is, we must live within our means. The resources we have are only sufficient to pay 70,000 shillings for intern doctors. It is not a salary, it is a stipend for only 1 year, and then they will be employed. And we want all our doctors, all our doctor interns to be taken in, and that is why we are going to spend the resources that we have to make sure all the 1,500 plus or minus doctors, all of them are absorbed at once.
Additionally, the president revealed plans to reduce the national budget as the country heads towards economic recovery.
We must live within our means. We must live within our means, fellow countrymen and women. We cannot continue to spend the money we don't have.
In their response hours later, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union, through their Secretary General Dave Giatella, say they will not backtrack on the issue of salaries, arguing that what they are asking for now is what was agreed upon in the 2017 CBA after compromising with the government's request at the time. And I quote, "It's quite obvious to all of us that we are dealing with a repressive government, an employer who has no regard for the welfare of its workers and the health of its citizens. A government which has, instead of addressing the perennial ills ailing the health sector, has chosen to instead wage a war of propaganda, intimidation and threats against doctors." Doctors went on strike March 15th, demanding for the implementation of 2017 CBA. Some of their issues include failure to provide comprehensive medical cover, perennial delay, and general mismanagement of internship program. Other issues raised include the failure to employ more doctors and failure to provide a training budget for postgraduate doctors from 2018. Biggest question remains, who will bend first for the sake of the common man? Grace Nganga, KTN News, Nairobi.
Well, KMPDU has fired back for